What if one of SCHG's biggest advantages has almost nothing to do with its famous technology holdings, and everything to do with what happens after a winning stock starts getting even bigger? Most investors look at Schwab U.S. Large Cap Growth ETF, or SCHG, and see a familiar story. Mega cap growth, artificial intelligence, technology, and companies that have dominated market headlines. But there is a hidden mechanism inside SCHG that many investors ignore, and understanding it could completely change the way you think about holding SCHG for the next 10, 20, or even 30 years. Because the real question is not simply, will today's biggest growth stocks continue to win? The more important question is, what happens to your investment when the market leaders change? Stay with me, because later in this video, I will explain why SCHG may be more powerful as a long-term portfolio growth engine than as a simple bet on the Magnificent Seven. And if you enjoy practical investing content that goes beyond the obvious, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and comment below. Is SCHG a core holding in your portfolio or just a small growth position? This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research before making investment decisions. The obvious story about SCHG. Let's start with what everyone already knows. SCHG is a growth-focused ETF designed to provide exposure to large U.S. companies with strong growth characteristics. Naturally, that means investors often associate it with the biggest names in technology and other high-growth industries. And yes, those companies have played a major role in SCHG's performance. But here is where many investors stop their analysis. They see strong recent returns and assume SCHG is simply a technology ETF wearing a different label. That is not the full picture. SCHG is a rules-based growth portfolio. Its holdings and weightings can change as the underlying market changes. And that brings us to the hidden power. The hidden power. SCHG lets winners become meaningful. Here is something many investors underestimate. In a traditional portfolio, investors often feel pressure to constantly decide when to sell their winners. A stock doubles, then triples, then quadruples, and eventually fear takes over. Has it gone too far? Should I take profits? Should I sell before the bubble bursts? SCHG approaches this problem differently. Because of its market-driven structure, companies that continue to grow in value can become increasingly important within the portfolio, while companies that lose their growth characteristics or market leadership can eventually have less influence. In other words, SCHG can help automate one of the hardest parts of investing, letting your winners run while gradually reducing the importance of companies that are no longer leading. That does not mean SCHG will always own the perfect stocks at the perfect time. No ETF can do that. But over decades, the ability to adapt may be more important than trying to predict which company will dominate the next technological revolution. Think about how different the stock market looks compared with 20 years ago. The market leaders changed. Entire industries rose and fell. Companies that once appeared unstoppable lost their influence, while businesses that were barely discussed by the average investor became global giants. The hidden advantage of a diversified growth ETF is that you do not necessarily need to know who the next winner will be today. You need a strategy capable of capturing tomorrow's winners when they emerge. If that perspective is useful so far, hit the like button and share this video with someone who thinks growth investing means constantly chasing the hottest stock. Why the low expense ratio matters more than it seems. Now let's talk about one of the least exciting but most powerful numbers in long-term investing, the expense ratio. SCHG's expense ratio is extremely low, around 0.04%. At first glance, that might not seem important. But imagine investing $100,000. A 0.04% annual expense ratio is only about $40 per year at that starting value. The important point, however, is that long-term investors are not just paying fees on their original investment. As the portfolio grows, expenses continue to apply to a larger asset base. Over 20 or 30 years, even small differences in fees can affect how much of your investment growth stays in your account. This is especially important for growth investors. Growth investing already involves uncertainty. Nobody knows which companies will outperform over the next decade. So if you are taking market risk, paying unnecessarily high fees can become an additional obstacle. SCHG's low cost means more of the portfolio's gross return has the opportunity to remain invested and compound. And that leads to an important insight. A great investment strategy is not just about finding high returns. It is also about reducing the friction between market returns and your actual returns. Taxes, trading mistakes, panic selling, and high fees can all create friction. SCHG potentially reduces at least some of that friction by providing diversified exposure through a low-cost ETF structure. The real risk most SCHG investors should watch now? Here's the part that often gets ignored during a powerful growth market. SCHG can become heavily influenced by its largest holdings. That can be fantastic when those companies continue outperforming. But concentration works in both directions. When the largest growth companies rise together, investors may feel as if diversification is protecting them from major volatility. But if several dominant holdings experience a simultaneous correction, the ETF can still face significant pressure. This is why I believe the hidden power of SCHG is best understood when you stop viewing it as an entire portfolio. Instead, think of it as a powerful growth component. For example, an investor might combine SCHG with broader exposure, such as a total market or S&P 500 ETF, or even pair it with dividend-focused investments depending on their goals, risk tolerance, and investment horizon. The goal is not to make your portfolio more complicated. The goal is to avoid accidentally owning the same type of risk multiple times. That is a mistake many investors make. They buy SCHG. Then they buy another technology-heavy ETF. Then another growth fund. And suddenly, what looked like diversification is actually several different funds heavily exposed to similar companies. Before adding another ETF, always ask, does this investment actually diversify my portfolio? Or am I simply buying more of what I already own? That single question can be more valuable than endlessly searching for the next hot ETF, the long-term opportunity. Here is my biggest takeaway. SCHG's hidden power is not that it can predict the future. It cannot. Its real advantage is that it gives investors a systematic way to participate in the evolution of large-cap growth companies without having to personally identify every future winner and loser. You do not have to know which company will dominate artificial intelligence 5 years from now. You do not have to predict which current giant could lose its competitive advantage. And you do not have to make an emotional decision every time one of your stocks doubles. Instead, you are investing in a process designed to maintain exposure to companies displaying growth characteristics while allowing the portfolio to evolve over time. That process may not always outperform. There will be periods when value stocks lead. There will be periods when broad market diversification performs better, and there will absolutely be market corrections. But for investors with a long time horizon, CHG's combination of growth exposure, systematic portfolio evolution, and a very low 0.04% expense ratio creates a compelling long-term proposition. The biggest mistake may be focusing only on what SCHG owns today. The more interesting question is what SCHG could own and how its portfolio could evolve over the next 20 years. Because the companies dominating the market in 2046 may look very different from the companies dominating it today. And that is exactly why the hidden power of SCHG is not simply its current holdings. It is its ability to keep participating as the leadership of the market changes. If you found this analysis useful, make sure to subscribe for more ETF and investing content. Like the video and share it with another investor who is building a long-term portfolio. And now I want to hear from you in the comments. Would you hold SCHG as your largest investment? Pair it with a dividend ETF like SCHD? Or combine it with a broad market fund? Let me know below, and I'll see you in the next video.